Buenos días. Today is April 5th, and we just have about probably 9 more weeks left of school. Yay! So next week we will start our STAR boot camp, okay? During our STAR boot camp, we will go over the TEKs that are highly tested on the STAR test, okay? I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet, Gustavo, so I'll probably have to call your mom to let her know, or I'll send the work with Jess Billy's home so that you can know what it is that we're going to do to be practicing, okay? Also, let's see, what else? Tomorrow we have the STAR writing test. So tonight it's important that you go to sleep early, okay? So you should at least try to be in bed already asleep by 8 o'clock, eyes closed and already counting sheep, okay? And then wake up early, have your breakfast either at home or come to school and have free breakfast. Come here, be rested, be in the cafeteria, and then we have 4 hours or a little bit more to take the STAR writing test, okay? So, Gustavo, ¿verdad? Yo no creo que te pueda ver mañana aquí, pero a ti también te digo buena suerte. Yo sé que tú eres sumamente brillante. Te digo, toma tu tiempo haciendo el examen, Gustavo, ¿ok? Así le digo a todo el mundo aquí, tienes 4 horas para hacer el examen. No hay ninguna necesidad de querer ser el primero para hacer el examen, ¿ok?
Sí.
Okay. All right, vamos a mirar la agenda rapidito. So, if I don't know where to go, what do? I go into Google Classroom. Come sit over here, sir. So I go into Google Classroom, and then I'm going to go into classwork, and then I can go right here to virtual classroom. And we are on week 26, my people. Week 26. So technically there's only 10 more weeks of school because there's 36 weeks of school, and we are on week 26. We should technically be on week 27, but because of the snow days, we're behind 1 week, okay? But we are on week 27 as far as time goes, so it's only 9 weeks left of school, okay? All right, so you know that today we'll have, it's only going to be one video because I did put in a science agenda. We're not going to go over today, but for example, Gustavo, when you run out of things to do, when I get off the chat, you can go and you can take this pre-assessment as well. If it's raining outside, we'll probably do that, okay? And we'll take some time to do science then. But other than that, we're going to be working very hard on math, okay? So let's go ahead and let's look at our math agenda for the day. So in our math agenda, let's see. Okay, on the math agenda, we see right here that it says we're working on angles. Oh, I forgot to display my objectives. Sorry. All right, so our objective for today is, it says, so like I said before, we're working on angles, okay? So we have our science stuff, and for science, we'll be working on that later. But for angles, it says I can apply knowledge of right angles. Do we know what a right angle is? What is a right angle? How much does a right angle measure?
90 degrees.
90 degrees, right? So a right angle measures 90 degrees, right? To identify acute angles. What about an acute angle? How much does an acute angle measure?
Less than 90 degrees.
Less than 90 degrees. Excellent. So an acute angle measures less than 90 degrees, right? And also, we are supposed to identify an obtuse triangle. What about an obtuse triangle? How much does that measure? More than 90 degrees and less than what?
180.
Very good. And less than 180. Less than 180 degrees, right? Okay, so we have our objectives up. We've been working on our fast focus. Unfortunately, this system did not want to work, but really quickly, we have a Nearpod, but let me share that with you. Hold on. Let me go here. So we can do this. Okay, so my computer has been really acting up. So if I lose connection, I'm sorry. Okay, Gustavo?
Okay.
Don't know why this is looking like this, but all right, so that is not what I wanted. Okay, so let's go into Clever real quickly and let's work on this really quickly, okay? We're gonna go into Nearpod. You know what? Can you get one of these chairs and sit right next to him so you won't block? That's uncomfortable, so just move your chair right there if you don't mind. No, mira, esta. So since we can't use computers today, it's gonna be a long day. You can leave your stuff there because we're gonna be doing Nearpod. Sideways. Te voy a decir, All right, so this is added to my lesson. Hold on really quickly. Hold on. So I'm going to add it. To my Google Classroom. That way, if you need to go back to it, you can go ahead and look at it on your own time. Okay? All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and let's get started with this, okay? So, well, we can't do live participation because you guys are not, don't have your computers. So let me go ahead and let's just do this. All right, hold on. All right, guys, so let's look at this real quickly, okay? So let's look at these terms. So what is a right angle? What do we know about a right angle? It measures 90 degrees, right? What about a degree? So a right angle measures what? Measures exactly 90 degrees, okay? What about a protractor? Oh, sorry. What about a protractor? What can you tell me? What is a protractor? You can come up here and choose the right one. Rachel, come on. Choose the definition and choose the answer. Protractor. What do you think is the definition? Protractor. A unit of measure used to measure. No. Someone help her. Protractor. Protractor. What is a protractor? There you go. So it's this one and this one, okay? All right, Rachel, come on. Can you do a straight angle? Straight angle. A straight angle. Come on. You can do a straight angle. No, that's already been chosen. A straight angle. That's a right angle. What's a straight angle? What did we say a straight angle is? Yes, ma'am. Okay. What about a degree? A degree. Allison, come on. A degree. Nope. That says a figure formed by two rays sharing a common endpoint called the vertex. That is actually an angle, okay? And then the degree is a unit of measure used to measure the magnitude of an angle, okay? All right, well done, okay? Perfect, so we've done that one. Okay, let's look at the next one that's on the list. The next one on the list is near put angle visuals. Angle visuals, so let's see. Okay, let's get out of here. Nearpod. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the lesson again. Add to my lessons. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, hold on. All right, so we're going to match the picture with the angle measure, okay? So let's see here. Gustavo, you can jump in at any moment and tell me which one you think it is. So we're looking for a 45 degree. 45 degree. Which one do you think is a 45 degree? You can stand up and find it if you want to. Which one do you think is a 45 degree? $45 degrees. Can someone tell me what 45 degrees looks like? All right, let's see. Okay, so since no one knows 45 degrees, at least someone tell me what a 90 degree looks like. 90 degrees. Show me 90 degrees with your hands, people. Okay, so then find me 90 degrees up there. Jonathan, find me 90 degrees. There you go, that's 90 degrees. So if I choose this one and this one, that's 90 degrees. Okay, let's see. What about, so if this is 90 degrees, what do you think this is? What do you think it's half of 90? 45. So here you go. That's what 45 degrees looks like. What about, let's see. What about 35 degrees? Get up, show me. That doesn't look like 35. I would think this one is maybe 25. Yep. Come on, Maltil, find me 35 degrees. Let's go. And then De La Cruz, come on. Find me 130 degrees. Or no, you find me 180 degrees. $180 degrees. What is that? 180 degrees? No, sir. What's 180 degrees? A straight angle, sir. So find me a straight angle. There you go. Okay. Okay, so 35 and that. All right, who wants to do 70 degrees. Rachel, come on, find me 70 degrees. Come on, Rachel. Find me 70 degrees. If this is 90 degrees, then what is 70? Yes, ma'am. Perfect. All right. Come on over, Allison, and find me 130 degrees. 130 degrees. That is, this is 130 degrees. It even says it right there. Okay. All right. What about 120? 120 degrees. I would have to say that 120 has to be which one? This one? And then 110 degrees. Okay. All righty. What else? What else do we have going? Okay. Got it. All right. Let's go ahead and share it. Student paste. I'm going to go ahead and add it again to Google Classroom, and you can do this on your own time. Gustavo, are you there?
Sí.
So you can do these. You can actually start working on these on your own if you would like. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do one more Nearpod. What do you think? One more? All right, so the next one is angles practice. Angles practice. Let's see. No. All right, we're not going to do the next one. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's go into our Envision book. Let's look at our agenda for today. We're going to go to we're on volume 2, and we are on page 775. 775. Page 775. Okay, that goes in your math folder, please. Okay, so before we go on page 775, let's go ahead and watch a quick video. This is lesson 14-3. 14-3. All right, do you want to get the lights really quickly, one of you guys?
What is the unit used to measure angles? Jill drew a right angle and wants to find its measurement. Angles can be measured in units called degrees. A unit angle is an angle that cuts off 1/360th of a circle and measures 1 degree. When you find the degrees of an angle, you find its angle measure. How can you use a circle to find the number of degrees in an angle? Think about this question as you do the activity that comes next.
All right. Let's go on to the next video, okay?
Are measured in units called degrees. A circle is made up of 360 degrees. Let's take a circle and divide it into 6 equal parts. Let's say we want to find the angle measure of 2/6 of the circle. We know that 2/6 is made up of 1/6 plus 1/6. To find out how many degrees are in 1/6 of the circle, we divide 360 by 6. That equals 60 degrees. There are 60 degrees in 1/6 of the circle. So if we want to find 2/6 of a circle, we add 60 degrees plus 60 degrees. That equals 120 degrees. The measure of this angle is 120 degrees. Just remember that there are 360 degrees in the measurement of a full circle. See you around.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at our book, okay? So go ahead and let's change the view of our camera. Okay? Let's change the view of our camera. But let's go over this page really quickly, okay? This page says, all right, okay, it says Jill drew a right angle and wants to find its measurement. Angles can be measured in units called degrees. We already saw that on the video, right? A unit angle is an angle that cuts off 1/360th of a circle and measures 1 degree. When you find the degrees of an angle, you find its angle measure. So what's the measurement of a circle? 360 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and draw a circle, and we're going to write 360 degrees. The little circle right here, what does that mean? It means degrees, right? Okay, so go ahead and do that on your paper. We are on page 774. 774. Let's go, sister. Vamos. Okay, so it says here, divide to find the angle measure of a right angle. So right angles divide a circle into 4 equal parts. This is the same thing like when we did fractions, right? You know that a right angle measures what? 90 degrees, right? So if I divided a circle into 4 parts, then that means that I have how many right angles? 4 that measure what? 90 degrees each, right? So if I were to multiply 90 times 4, what would it give me? 360 degrees, right? Same thing, if I were to divide 360 by 4, my answer would be what? 90 degrees. It says here, what is the angle measure of a straight angle? We know that a straight angle measures how much? 180 degrees. What is the problem, Rachel? So what do you should do to find the right volume? All right, so a straight angle divides a circle into 2 equal parts, okay? So we know what that means is that the top part is 180, right? And the bottom part is 180. If I were to multiply 180 times 2, what is my answer? 360 degrees. The same way, if I were to divide 360 degrees by 2, what is my answer? 180 degrees. Come on, we need you to participate. Okay, I know it's Monday, but let's wake up, okay? The angle measure of a straight angle is how much? It's how much, guys? 180 degrees, okay? It's not just 180, it's 180 degrees. So find the measure of an angle that cuts off 1/6 of a circle, okay? 1/6 of a circle. What kind of angle is this? An acute angle. So I know that an acute angle is less than 90 degrees, right? So remember that 1/6 means 1 of 6 equal parts. So if I were to divide this into 6 parts, right? What does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So what does that mean? It means that I would have to then divide 360 by 6, and each angle would measure what? 60 degrees. So each acute angle would measure how much? 60 degrees. Is this important for the STAR test? Yes. Okay. Let's go, sister. We're on page 774. 774, okay? Now you're going to look at the bottom part of that paper. Has everyone written on their book? Okay. 774. Gustavo, ¿hiciste ya esta parte?
Sí.
Okay. All right, so on the bottom of the page, it says, convince me. Susan thinks the measure of angle B is greater than the measure of angle A. Do you agree? So first of all, let's count how many angles are here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we only have 5 angles here, and we have 6 angles here, right? So what I want you to tell me is which measure of angle is greater, angle B or angle A? And I want you to tell me why. Before you raise your hand, I want you to think of a reason, like a full reason. Don't tell me because we're not cousins, okay? Give me a full reason as to why you think that. We're on volume 2 of Divisions, and we're just getting started on page 774. So I want everybody to concentrate on one table, so everybody just come sit over here if you don't mind. Yes, Francisco, you've been dying to tell me. Yes. Say that again. That's true. There's not 5. It's 6. Okay. So will the size matter?
No.
Why? Are you sure?
Oh, never mind.
So size will matter. So we are on page 774. 774. So you are on page 774, and you're answering the bottom. So Francisco had said that the size doesn't matter, and he is actually right. He's actually right, because both angles would be 60 degrees, okay? So the full circle measures how much in degrees? So each circle measures 360 degrees, right? And because we have 6 parts on each one, 6 angles, we would have to divide it by what? By 6, right? Which would give me what? 60 degrees. So each one is going to be, each angle would be 60 degrees, okay? So this one is going to be a little bit more difficult. It'll make a little bit more sense once we go into the next part, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and freeze the screen right here so that we can go over this part, all right? Okay. All right, hey, Gustavo, can you mute your mic? I just came in. All right, guys, so on the next page, it says, find the measure of an angle that cuts off 2/6 of a circle. So hold on. Okay, can you see right there? Gustavo, can you see the board?
Sí.
Okay. All right, so find the measure of an angle that cuts off 2/6 of a circle. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So here, 1/6 is what? So all that means is that my circle is going to be divided into what? 6 equal parts, right? So which means that if my full circle measures 360 degrees, right? Each part of the angle is going to measure what? 60 degrees, right? So if 1/6 is 60 degrees, what would 2/6 be? 112? No. We have zeros. That's equal. So it would be 120 degrees.
So each one of these is 90.
You said 112. It's 120 degrees. Okay? Hey, are we here mentally? Are we here? Are we here? We need to participate. Okay. All right, so the angle, so it says here, remember that 2/6, right, equals 1/6 plus 1/6 equals 2/6. You already know that 1/6 equals what? 60 degrees, right? So the measure of 2/6 of a circle is what? 120 degrees, okay? So a circle is divided into 9 equal parts. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to write 360 degrees right here. What do you have to do in this problem in order for you to figure out what each angle is going to be? Yes, Martin. Divide by what? By 9. Okay, so while you figure that out, I'm going to go put my sign outside that says live lesson so that they won't be screaming out there.
Straight angle divide a circle into 2 equal parts. Yes, because the circle is what? And how many parts is it divided into? Divided into how many parts? 2. So you do 360 divided by 2, which gives you.
All right, so division pretty much is backwards multiplication, right? So then you have to think about this, okay? Forget about the 0 for 1 minute. 9 times what number gives you 36? 4, right? And then now you add the 0, so how much will each angle be? 40. So if you're not sure, something else that you can do is you can multiply 40 times 9. Immediately, you know that 9 times 0 is going to be what? 0, and 9 times 4 is going to be what? 36, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, so a circle is divided into 9 equal parts. What is the angle measure of one of those parts? So we already determined that one of those measures is what? What is what? 40 what? Degrees. So you have to say degrees, okay?
And then it's into 6 parts. So
All right, what about number 2? Number 2 says an angle cuts off 1/8 of the circle. What is the measure of this angle? All right, so what should we do to the circle? Huh? What should we do to the circle? Divide it into what? 8 equal parts? Okay, try it. So let's see. So 1, so you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not very equal.
So, yeah. The whole thing is 360, but now it's divided into how many parts? How many parts is it divided into? So you do 360.
So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Divided
7,
by
no.
4. Yeah.
Just try it as best as you can.
4.
Hold on. You know what? Do the line here, right?
You can't.
Then do here,
So 1936.
and here, and there, ¿verdad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Perfect. All right, so then now what should I do? Divide 360 by? Rachel, by what? Very good. So again, this is like backwards multiplication. So I'm going to forget about the 0. I'll put it over here, right? So what number times 8 gives me 36? Yes.
And how you can check your work is
4 times 8 is 36?
No, this is 360.
Oh, 8
That's
times
the
4
degree symbol.
equals 36.
So let's see.
Then you can check your work by
So this
4 parts,
number,
right?
I'll have to do this, okay? So 8 goes into 3 0 times, right? Bring down the 6. 8 times 4. I'll have a 32 there. 6 minus 2 is 4. Bring down the 0. And 8 times 5 is 40.
Does that make sense now?
So each degree will be what?
So you just have to look at how many
45
parts it's divided
degrees.
into. So this one is divided into how many parts?
So it's actually
How many
45
parts is this one
degrees.
divided into?
How did you teach it? Maybe you can teach it to them too.
Oh, I just broke it down. So I drew a circle first and asked them how many what the degrees was. And asked them what was divided into, and they said 4, and then we divided it by 4, and then we checked our work with.
Multiplication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Divided into how many parts?
All right, what about number 3? Number 3. Number 3. A 120 degree angle has its vertex at the center of a circle. So, okay,
2. What is the circle equal?
what is the vertex?
What's the whole thing?
The dot, right? At the center. What fraction of the circle does it cut off?
What's the whole thing?
So let's see. What do you think that looks like? Try it. So you know
So
that right here would be what? 180 degrees, right? But you don't need 180 degrees.
Am I dividing? 2. And 2 goes to 3. How many times? That's 3 minus 2. Can 2 go into 16? How many times?
All right. So I would have to say that this would be like this.
Correct. So this is
Because
180 degrees.
This is 360, right? So let's think. This is 180 right here, right?
So your answer is correct.
And we just need, I would have to say that it's like 1/3 of the pie. What about here? Mike cuts a pie into 4 equal pieces.
The bottom. This one.
Do this one on your own.
Each of these circles, one's bigger than the other. Right? But each of these circles goes how many degrees? Correct. Doesn't matter what size. So each of these are 360 degrees. And then how much is it divided into? 6. So they're divided into 6.
All right, so would someone like to come and do it up here? Who wants to come and divide the pie? Come on. De la Cruz.
To find the degrees of each of these angles. $360 what are we dividing that by? Six and 3 from that page?
Okay, so what would be, so then what's the whole circle? I would put it outside.
0, 0, 0, 0.
Okay,
So each of these angles is what? 60 what?
so what is the whole, what would be the whole, what is the measurement of the whole pie?
You were just talking.
Rachel, come on, help him. What is the measurement of the whole pie?
So show your board. Does that make sense?
What did we say a full circle is? Huh?
Turn it over.
What is it?
So this one. Okay.
360, right? So what are we gonna do?
Find
So what kind of angle do you have here?
the measurement of the angle
What is it?
that cut.
Okay, so how many degrees is the right angle?
Of the circle.
So you have 90 here.
Remembering
What kind of
that
angle is this, Rachel?
1/6 plus 1/6. So you can
Okay.
add to find the measurement
What about here?
2/6 of the circle.
Okay.
60 degrees.
De la Cruz, what about here? And if I were to add all of those together, what would it be equal to? 360.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Thank you.
this is asking for.
Okay, that's excellent.
So
All right, so let's go ahead and let's recap what we've been doing. So we have been going over angles, right? And we've been identifying right angles and what else? Acute angles and obtuse angles. So if you look at the agenda, you'll continue working on page 775 on your own, 776, and your homework is page 777 and 778, okay? All right, so this concludes our video for today, and I will go ahead and upload it So you have a
But it
good
wants you to
day.
find-
¿Tienes alguna pregunta, Gustavo?
What is it, wants you to find 2/6 of the circle.
No.
Okay.